this is the state of comics that we're in right now. When you have Mattel, who is doing a collaboration with Tokyo Pop. Now, we've been to Tokyo Pop, great company, many years ago when they were in Westwood. Fantastic, had a great office. We went to a real bitchin' party that they had one time too. So, but Mattel and Tokyo Pop have announced that they are coming together to create manga-style graphic novels based on two of the Mattel's biggest properties. The toys set to branch into the world of manga are currently Hot Wheels and Barbie. The first sets of manga are slated to be published in 2026. Now in the day, this would have been unheard of. It would have been either Marvel, DC, possibly Dark Horse or IDW. But for them to go to manga, it goes to show that they're trying to get their brands into probably one of the hottest markets right now. We all know that manga is outselling the American comic book industry, and we've got some numbers right here where it's like the US manga market itself was estimated at $1.6 billion in 2004. It's expected to grow at the CAGR of 24% from 2025 to 2030. And just so our non-economic majors here understand, that's compound annual growth. It's based on 2 years of actual sales.
Yeah.
So, that the economics class that I didn't think I ever needed came into play today. So
Finally.
the US market, on the other hand, is not doing as well because at one point they were in the billions a couple of years ago. I think at one point they were in like the $2.6 billion range they were selling, but they've had a rough last decade. It says the U.S. Major share in the comic book market is uh, $48 million in 2024, and it's projected to grow with the CAGR of 3.2 during the broadcast period. That screams that you're gonna start seeing more companies start jumping into the world of manga with some of their actual brands. Yet, let's not underestimate what DC did,
Right.
because obviously Chet Maddox introduced us to their pocket editions
Mm-hmm.
to compete with manga, and they did Hush, and I know they've done Watchmen, and
Court of Owls.
those are fantastic books. If you aren't actually picking those up, first of all, they're priced in the same way as manga, yet they're full colored. And
Mm-hmm.
at that size, it does not obscure all the graphics and everything. And I found it a little bit better than the prestigious editions because the
Mm-hmm.
pages folded out a little bit more. So I think more graphic novels need to move to that, but this is just going to show that a major brand like Mattel is starting to recognize where their characters need to be seen, and that's a pretty smart move by them. I think it's
Well,
bad for the comic industry, smart move for
I
Mattel.
I don't think it's even just that. I think it's probably just I don't trust the storytelling ability of Marvel and DC at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like let someone else do something because I know these two companies would have a certain take. It would probably be the very easy vanilla take. You're gonna get something different at Tokyo Pop.
yeah,
Um, especially Barbie and Hot Wheels, I think are two cool things that would work in the manga style, especially Barbie. For some reason, seems to me like that would really work in a manga.
yeah, yeah. And I also think that manga has been something that's not like, the comic book industry is still kind of skewing towards older individuals reading the books, kind of like the adult collectors and the toy industry. But manga has the pulse on the between 10 to 17 demographic. And I think that they are just extremely popular. And I think it's a smart point. You want to grow the brand because I'm sure a lot of older individuals are collecting Barbies as well. This may skewer it back into people where now you're getting kids to actually purchase the products because there's so much good material with it, you know?
Yeah. I I've read a few mangas. I think they're done by Viz,
Yeah.
where they're from like DC properties. Like one was Joker, and the stories that are in there, They're really good. They're stories I don't think you would get if you let DC write them. So, you know, I hope Mattel is kind of leading the way here on something. And I'm kind of with Commander Bly. These don't really even make sense for manga, but the more I think about it, Barbie probably does. Hot Wheels, you know, they're leading the way, so they gotta do something. And I think I don't know. You know, hey, look, manga's doing it now. You know,
Yeah.
so let's see what happens. But yeah, my favorite comics that I actually own right now are those new footprints from DC.
Yeah.
And Marvel better pick up on that real quick, because it was like $9.99 for the Court of
Yeah.
Owls and $9.99 for Watchmen, and it's like you just throw that in a bag, you can bend it, fold it, doesn't matter. You're not worried about whether it's collectors or not, because it's
Mhm.
$9, which is only $5 more than buying a trade. So
Yeah. True.
you know,
Well,
it's there. So
they definitely have to step up, and actually, you know, Mattel, you may start seeing some other these legacy companies start going that route as well. I know that Hasbro has a little success with the Skybound books,
mhm.
so you know there's pluses and minuses, but this was a very interesting take, so that's why we called it to the forefront.